Hi, it's Matt from Go Green Autos. So what we have here today is a 2015 Renault Zoe Dynamique Nav in this really nice diamond black metallic. Makes a change from all the flat white ones out there. So while this is a 2015, it's registered at the very end of November 2015, so it's almost a 2016 model. So only just 2 years old. It's done 18,000 miles, and this is the R motor, the newer, more efficient motor made by Renault. The main difference in the R and the Q motor is the R motor, while it being more efficient, it doesn't charge at 43 kilowatts. So you can still plug this into a rapid charger, but you're going to get an 80% charge in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. So it takes a bit longer than the Q. Basically it charges at 22 kilowatt. But the advantage of the Zoes is that if you plug them in on many of these sort of slower public charging posts, they often are three-phase and will charge at 22 kilowatts, whereas other electric cars like the Leaf and so on will only charge at 7 kilowatt. So I'll just show you the condition of this. Really there isn't anything to point out. This one is absolutely immaculate. As you probably know from my videos, I tend to be very picky. I point out any little negative, stain, chip, dent or whatever, which allows people to buy blind. Many of my customers do, and I just get the car shipped to them. I can deliver anywhere in the country. So looking around this one, there isn't really anything for me to point out. Even the alloy wheels are absolutely immaculate, not a mark on them. Back ones usually are anyway. This really is an immaculate car. As you can see, no curbing on the alloys. So just walking around, it's all been polished and waxed by myself. The badge is starting to flake. They all do on the Renault Zoes. This is a warranty job, but there's no point sending it into the garage just to have that changed. But Renault will change the badge under warranty. This blue covering on it starts peeling off, so there's no point doing that now. So when it next goes in for service, you can get that done free of charge. The new badges are chrome. They don't put the blue badges back on. Looking around at the front bumper, there's a couple of sort of minor chips. Well, they're not even chips, they're sort of dents in the paintwork. It is all immaculate. There's only a couple of very minor scratches, but so minor I might not even find them now. Looking around here, there just isn't a mark on it. A lot of this is just dust. Because I've polished it all, it tends to be a bit static and picks up the dust. Tyres are all in great condition. I'll put the tyre depths on the website. That's all dust. Down here somewhere there was a scratch, but saying that, it's so minor that I can't even see it in the sunlight. No, so really nothing to worry about. For black cars, you know, black cars, they show all the marks so easily. For a metallic black Zoe, I should think this is the best one you would find. It really is spotless. And then looking inside, again, all absolutely spotless. No stain to the seats, and everything works obviously as you'd expect. And in the back seats there, all immaculate. And in the boot, we have the original Renault safety kit. And here's your charging cable, Type 2 charging cable in the original bag. And as you can see, all immaculate in the boot. This really is still like a new car. So these Zoes have the Renault key card system. So this is wireless, so you just keep this in your handbag or your pocket, and the car will automatically lock when you walk away. And when you come up to the car and want to get in, you just push the button on the front doors or push the same button on the boot and the car will unlock. And as I said, when you walk away, the car will automatically lock back up. Or you can just do it the old-fashioned way and press the lock and unlock button on the key. The other buttons on the key here is this one opens the charge flap at the front, and this one preconditions the car that it sets off the heating. So obviously it will heat in the winter and cool in the summer. So the way this works is you can basically lean out your window at home, push the button, and the car will then either heat or cool for 15 minutes before you leave. So the charging on the Renault Zoe, you can either push this button here on the key, or there is a button on the dash, opens up the charge flap at the front. You only have one charge port on the Zoe, they're AC charging only, but very flexible. It's a Type 2 connector, and this will charge at any rate up to 22 kilowatt. So inside the Zoe here, I'm going to put the key in the slot down there, but you don't need to under normal conditions. As long as it's inside the car will start. You've got a start button down here. I'm going to start the car up. I'm going to use the buttons on the end of the stalk here, and we will just scroll through. So there's the service indicator. So it next needs a service in 17,700 miles or 7 months. And the mileage, there it is 18,105 miles. This is covered. This car is a dynamic nav model, so it's fully kitted. You've got leather steering wheel, cruise control, voice activation, voice control, full screen, colour screen up here. You've got a sat nav driven by TomTom. You've got Bluetooth telephone, Bluetooth music streaming. You can also have an app on your phone, so you can remotely monitor the charge or set off the heating or air conditioning. You need to pay a subscription for that, so most people don't bother on the second-hand vehicles. You've also here got your comfort timer, so you can set the time you leave in the morning, the time you leave in the afternoon, if you're doing regular driving like commuting to work, and the car will either pre-cool or preheat depending whether it's summer or winter while the car's connected to your charger. So it conditions the interior cabin before you get in and retains 100% of the battery for your journey. So this car has got the reversing camera and rear reversing sensors, so you got the best of both systems. So if I just put it into reverse here, you'll see up here on the screen you get your image from the camera. It's a bit bright because the sun's shining directly into the car at the moment, so it's probably not picking it up too well. But here you've got the image of the car with the parking sensor distances shown below. We've also down here got cruise control and speed limiter. And then you've got an eco button which reduces the power to the motor slightly and dulls all the air conditioning and heating system to increase range. And then over here we've got the logbook. It has had no previous keepers, so one owner from new, and the registration date is 27th of the 11th 2015. And then here we've got the original books, if I can get them out. So we've got your quick start guide, the R-Link guide. The R-Link is the sat-nav and multimedia system. This one's got an alarm, so it's got an alarm manual. And then this is your driver's handbook. And on the Renaults, the service sheets are in the back. And as we can see, it has had 2 services from a Renault main dealer, the last one being 23rd of the 10th 2017 at 17,700 miles. So that has hardly done any miles since the service. So this car is ready and available now. Obviously, as I said before, I can get them delivered anywhere in the country, and the full details will be on the website.